Hello, everybody. It's Sephiroth for the year in review. That's right. It is January 1st, 2023. The year of hell is over. If you're watching this on Sunday and you're wondering where the weekly update is, the regular weekly update's coming tomorrow since we're not having uploads this week otherwise. So yeah, you'll have to see what I have to say about the week tomorrow. But yeah, this year sucked. This year sucked. I don't know how it was for other people, but for me, this was an absolutely terrible year. So I guess we'll go into things. My usual list. I always write down stuff. I actually stopped updating this like halfway through the year because I was just really not feeling anything. Let's get to the some of the depressing stuff, I guess, off the first. I always have a list of notable deaths, which we're still doing this year, I guess. But Bob Saget passed away this year. Some of these people, I just do not remember. Meatloaf, Louis Anderson, William Hurt, Gilbert Gottfried, Ray Liotta, James Caan, Kazuki Takahashi, the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh!, Nichelle Nichols, Queen Elizabeth II, Angela Lansbury, Pele, Pope Benedict died yesterday, and Barbara Walters, I think, was this past Friday, Pope Benedict the 16th, which, I came back from the Sabbath stuff, I'm like, oh, that happened. A lot of important people. But that's just the way that the world is, I guess. As for Dovey centric events that happened this year, it was unfortunately very eventful. We started the year off with me possibly getting kicked off of disability and losing my health insurance and having to fight for several months just to have them acknowledge that we sent in the appeal form. That was an incredible amount of stress. Also, at the beginning of the year, the pain in my back returned after the previous surgery, which was hell. And there was a whole saga there with, the fusion failing again despite a 98% chance of succeeding, and trying to figure out what to do with that because it was impossible to get scans and set up surgery times, not knowing if I even have health insurance anymore. And the first 5 months of the year was just pain and depression because I was like, is this ever going to end? And it sucked, but in May I got the rods removed and I had to sit around in that shell for a couple of months, which wasn't fun either, but I started getting better at least. And I started physical therapy in July, and that led to the Jewish holiday season around September, which completely ruined my back again, and I took a month off of social media, and it just put me in an absolutely horrible depression, which I only dragged myself out of by starting to take antidepressants. But it was really close. I would say it was very, very close. And, the antidepressants have been good. I started with a different physical therapist. I started with a talk therapist. So I have a new nephew, which was a good thing that happened. But this year, all I'm going to really remember about this year is pain and depression. And that really just dominated everything. My stream suffered, my Let's Play suffered. It was just terrible. It was bad. And I still have a ways to go to recover, but it was bad. There's no sugarcoating, or I don't think I can even find the silver lining of any of this right now. But yeah, this year is the year that broke me. And the good news for that is that there really is it can really only go up from the absolute rock bottom that I hit. So, there's that, but it was absolutely terrible, and I'm very happy to put all this time behind me. But despite all that, Let's Plays this year. Minish Cap at the start of the year. BioShock Remastered was this year. Final Fantasy X-2 HD, which took a while to finish. We did the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe stream. I did the Silt Let's Play, did the finished 428 Shibuya Scramble and put that up on YouTube, and we did Metroid Fusion. Very short amount of series, because half the year I couldn't put videos up, or I couldn't record, or I wasn't doing anything. So yeah, it was terrible. I obviously did more art this year, but I also had to take a bunch of time off of that too. Absolutely awful. As for game releases, these are games not necessarily that released, these are games that I bought this year. Most of them are new releases, but some aren't. Start of the year I bought Inscription, very fun game. Legends Arceus was this year. Horizon Forbidden West, Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, finally released after 300 years. Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Switch Sports was this year. I bought Nosha and Spiritfarer. Digimon Survive, Xenoblade 3, Splatoon 3, Trails from Zero, Bayonetta 3, Sonic Frontiers, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and Crisis Core Reunion. Also, I bought AI Somnium Files, but that's not a new game either. But yeah, really solid year of releases, although it was hard for me to do my top 10 because I had like a top 6 and then just had to fill in the rest there. But I guess from 10 to 1, my top 10 played games of the year. I didn't play God of War, I didn't play Elden Ring, so I can't put those in there. But from 10 to 1, Bayonetta 3, number 10. Number 9, I would put Sonic Frontiers. I didn't finish either of those games, so they're at the bottom, but I played them. I didn't play a lot of games this year either because I just not having a good time with anything. Spiritfarer, number 8, which really is only number 8 because I can't fit more games into the top 5. The top 8 is really like the top 3, and then they're all tied for third place, or top 4. They're all tied for 4th place. But yeah, Spiritfarer, absolutely fantastic game. 428 Shibuya Scramble, unbelievable. Horizon Forbidden West, I haven't finished yet, but I absolutely love it as well. That's number 6. Number 5, I'm cheating with Crisis Core Reunion. I didn't know whether I wanted to put that on the list or not, because it's not a new game, but I played it this year. I finished it last night, so why shouldn't I put it on the list if I really enjoyed it? And guess what? I really enjoyed it. I love the original, and they had a lot of quality of life improvements. It wasn't it was a remaster as opposed to a remake, but they put in enough things to give it its own flavor and justify it being like a full price game, I think. Number 4, this is where we get into tricky territory. Number 4 is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and I'm not saying that because I didn't like it. I'm saying that because I like it. Again, this top 4 here, very, very difficult to choose from. I loved Scarlet and Violet. The music was great. The new Pokemon were great. The gameplay was really fun. The characters were fantastic. There was just a lot of games this year that I enjoyed, or a bunch. Number 3, Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I like Kirby games in general. This one was one of the only Kirby games in recent times that I really worked to 100%. The other Kirby games I beat, but I didn't complete. Excuse me. But this one just had like all of the things it needed to be a great Kirby game and a great platformer, and in like the music, the ending was phenomenal. Like the arena was really, really hard, and it took me a while to actually beat it. But yeah, that game was just fantastic in every way. Number 2, again, number 2 and number 1 very difficult. Number 2, Pokemon Legends Arceus. Another Pokemon game, Scarlet and Violet, I caught all the Pokemon for, which I haven't done in a Pokemon game in a while also. Arceus, I not only caught all the Pokemon, I did all the little notes, in the Pokedex, so I can actually complete the game and get everything you get for completing the game. That game was just fantastic. The music, the atmosphere, the style of the game, the Hisuian Pokemon, the story, the characters, it was a breath of fresh air into the series, and even though it was all the way at the beginning of the year, I still feel the playthrough of it. But yeah, game of the year though, unsurprisingly, Xenoblade 3. I still say that I like Xenoblade 2 better, and that doesn't mean I dislike Xenoblade 3 though. It's my game of the year. It was a fantastic game. I took the time to finish it, which Xenoblade 1, I went really far into the game and didn't finish it for like a few years. Xenoblade 2, I went like halfway through the game, and then I didn't finish it till this past year because I didn't get the battle system, and I had to wait till Jugga Conroy's Let's Play to tell me how to actually play the game. And then I beat it, and it was amazing, and I love it. Xenoblade 3, I got it like that, mostly because it takes the best parts of Xenoblade 1 and 2 and puts it together, except for the music. I'm listening to the soundtrack, and it's a good soundtrack listening on its own, but in the game, very muted, and I think that affected my experience of it. But it's still my game of the year because it is a amazing game, and the story was very, very powerful, and there's a lot of really fun parts and characters and just things going on in it. So yeah, it was a great time. My brother's playing it now, so I'm excited to experience it with him. As for upcoming games, there's a lot of games that are slated to come out next year or possibly next year. I got Fire Emblem Engage this month, which I keep forgetting that it's January. It's the 20th of this month. Theatrhythm Barline, which I'm really excited for. Kirby Return to Dreamland Deluxe, which I'm not sure if I'm getting yet. Trails to Azure. Horizon Forbidden West is getting some DLC, which is cool. Obviously, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is coming out this year. Final Fantasy 16 is coming out this year. Trails and Reverie is coming out. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the second part of the remake, is coming out at the end of the year sometime. Also, Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, the mobile game that is like RPG-ish that I'm looking forward to. Sea of Stars is supposed to come out this year, I think, maybe. Mega Man Battle Network Collection's coming out this year, which I'm excited for. And Hades 2, maybe? I don't know if they said it's coming out this year, but it's coming out at some point, and I'm still excited for it. So yeah. I feel like in general the year in reviews have been a lot longer than this, and I don't know what I'm leaving out. Maybe it's just because this year wasn't eventful for me, or I don't want to talk about it because like I talk about it other times as well. But Yeah. Game releases, really solid Nintendo games came out this year. I guess other systems too that I didn't play, but like um, Pokemon, Kirby, Xenoblade, Bayonetta, like they all came out this year, and that's amazing. Um, and this coming year looks like it's gonna have some really great stuff. Um, so I'm really excited, and it's gonna be fun seeing hopefully Tears of the Kingdom and Final Fantasy 16 fighting for Game of the Year awards. Hopefully. But yeah, let me know what your favorite games of the year, were. Game or games. You don't have to do a whole top 10 list if you don't want to. What games are you looking forward to? What things are you looking forward to? What life events? I'm looking forward to MagFest this week. It's one of the things that kept me going throughout everything, just saying, like, I can't die because I have to go to MagFest. I have to see people. I have to give them the drawings. But yeah, let me know what you're looking forward to. Let me know something good that happened to you this past year, because this past year sucked. But let me know something good that happened to you. Try to, at least have some positive connection. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, for being a part of this community, being a part of the community in general, and as always, for doing the things that you do to make the world a better place. And here's hoping that 2023, I was about to say 2013, 2023 is a better year for all of us. Goodbye, everybody. Happy New Year.